Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of G.T.E Professional Network Podcast. I'm your host, Ed Peterson, and today's day, ladies and gentlemen, of course, is February the 18th, 2025. As we are looking in the growth series of this year, 2025, and helping and assisting entrepreneurs and startup companies and people all over from all walks of life to help them build and grow their network in the area where they do business. But I'm super excited for today because I'm going to be sharing some tools and tips that's going to help you get to the next level of your growth with your website. Now, we are a web design and marketing company based in Houston, Texas, but I want to share with you some opportunities and things that for a lot of my startup companies, so my target market is dealing with startups and entrepreneurs and people who want to have an online business. And that's big and popular today. It's been big and popular for some years. But for a lot of newcomers that's coming into this fold or this network, you want to be able to maximize the moment and make sure you have all your ducks in a row so that way you can grow your network on a regular basis. And it's going to be time consuming for sure. And you have to put in a lot of sweat equity in order to build a successful network. So if you're not willing to do what it's doing, to take the due diligence and study whatever industry you want to be a participant in, and whatever market you want to marketplace in, no matter what part of the country you're from, you want to make sure you understand the demographics of marketing. Understand the 5 P's of marketing, which is all about the people, the product, the price, the place, and the promotion. Once you understand the 5 P's of marketing, ladies and gentlemen, you can build a successful network. But how do we launch a business? And what does it take to get a starting business today? Unlike what it was 20, 30 years ago, to start a business online is much simpler. Well, if you have a brick and mortar location, starting that business is also, you got to look at your location, the different graphics of the population, and that's why they do market research in reference to income levels in the area where you're going to be doing business. And why big box brands or companies have that opportunity to do such and basically look at their demographics and then the area of location, easy access, number one. Two, traffic volume of people driving through and throughout the neighborhood or the community where they are. And then three, making sure that you are marketing on a daily, consistent basis, getting it out there to reach out to as many people as you can. And, you know, the population is growing exponentially across the country. So you want to look at opportunities where, one, you have something that people want, need, and can afford. Making sure that it's something in the marketplace that's going to be different from your competitors and something unique that's personalized from you. And that you give good quality customer service. I always say that. And understanding exactly the demographics of where you are. And you're going to build your business on 3 levels, ladies and gentlemen: locally, nationally, and then internationally. Once you get to these steps of levels, these are levels, but structure is going to be your key. Discipline is going to be your key. Commitment is going to be your key. And your stick-to-itiveness of making sure that you don't quit, no matter how it goes, rise and fall. It's like going to be like a seesaw. And a lot of people be asking me about that. Like, hey, what's going on, man? For 1 minute I'm up, next minute I'm down. Yeah, that can happen. But as long as you stick to their guns and stay true to self and stay true in commitment to the people that you serve, because as servant leaders, this is our role. We have to make sure that we're serving the general public in an honest and truthful way and making sure that we give them the goods. And again, quality versus quantity is always the key. And again, your pricing, how you price things within what competitors reach, what your competitors are charging, you want to make sure you're within the range. And making sure, too, that you have a quality marketing campaign that's going to reach and get their attention. And today, everybody's attention is short. So it's not going to be a long, drawn-out thing. And that's why people, when they do podcasts or information, it's never long. Notice that. It's always a short snippet so you can kind of get your mind on some things that's going to help benefit you along the way. That's why we're a YouTube channel, no matter where we are on Facebook Live or wherever we are, on whatever platform on social media, your goal is to reach out and get as many people to hear you as you can. And building a network is one of the key factors that a lot of entrepreneurs miss out on, and startup companies, some of them, not all, but the ones who are thinking that they're just going to continue to find you and search you. Well, one, are you on Google properly? Two, are you on the social platforms properly? And then three, what campaigns are you running daily? What's your content like? What is the message? What is your mission statement? What is your vision, your goals, or what are you trying to do? And then what type of product or service or both that you're doing that's going to benefit others in the marketplace? So these are the things that we all ask ourselves. But do you understand what it is you're moving? If you have a product business or if you have a service business, do you understand that? What's your website looking like? Is your website interactive? Your website should be your marketing tool to continue to showcase what it is you're doing on a regular, consistent basis. And also making sure that you have all of your products and services in key factor so people can click and buy or click and get the services that they need. And then you reply and respond and getting feedback from your customers. And also those who have purchased from you before, follow up with them. Also showcase them new items and new things that you're showcasing in the marketplace. That's new and different than what you had before. It's a rotation, ladies and gentlemen. If you notice in retail is a big industry. It's a beast. Everybody's selling something. Whether you're a big box brand or you're a mom and pop store, it doesn't matter. What you're moving is going to be quality products that's going to help people not only look good and feel good, but also get the emotions out of it. So that way they can say, wow, I got this from this location or this company, XYZ company, and I feel great because it helped me to look the way I needed to look. Or if you're in a cologne business or fragrance business, which I built a lot of websites for those too, they love that. You want to smell good. Okay, fine. Whatever your product is, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you present it. Presentation is key. When you present well, you earn well. Remember this. When you present well, you earn well. And so we're going to talk about just a few things right now as we move on to our topic for today. And I'm super excited to get that into a lot of the startups because, again, my target market is startup businesses in web design and marketing, and also putting together marketing campaigns. We do graphic designs, we do logos, a lot of the different things that we do at Global Touch Enterprise. And I'm super excited to be able to present this today because I know a lot of people starting out, this is the new year 2025. Of course, we're in the second month of the new year, going into the third month. March Madness is where marketing is going to get kicked off again. Well, why do you think March Madness is not just for basketball, but it's also for our businesses? And because we do a lot of campaigning and reaching out about products and services that we're providing in the marketplace, we want to flood out the gates, letting people know exactly what we have, what discounts and promotions we're running. That's part of your 5 Ps of marketing. And then what incentives are you giving for customers making a purchase through your store online? And are you giving them a discount? Are you giving them something incentive-wise that's going to keep them coming back? So these are a lot of levels, ladies and gentlemen, that you want to be able to take copious notes on so you can basically have something to share. And also remember this well. You're not an island. You can't do this all by yourself. You can have your customers as your runners, and they can promote. Word of mouth advertising still works, ladies and gentlemen, regardless if you believe it or not. It still works to this day. When people post about a movie they watched and seen, and they share with everybody else, they say, man, that was a great movie. Guess what? People are going to want to go check it out and say, well, let me see for myself. But again, word of mouth advertising is key. So if you're starting a brand new business, it can be tough to find the right starting point. Everybody's been asking me, well, Ed, I want to do this business, but I'm not sure. I said, well, what is your idea of this business? Where do you see yourself going? How far you want to go in this business? And is this something relevant for today? If it's relevant, yes. Remember, as the years change, technology has given us a lot of things. And me coming from manufacturing, working from Zenith Electronics to Motorola to Hewlett Packard, I got a chance to really see behind scenes what's what and what's relevant for today in the marketplace, especially in the technology world. And I'm all about tech. And so when you look at technology today, it's just a tool, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get it twisted. Technology can be used only, it's just a tool. Money is a tool, right? What you represent in the marketplace are tools to help others get what they want, need, and can afford. And if you understand the concept of that, you can go a lot further than you think. And a lot of people miss out on that because they're thinking of other things, and that greed mindset don't help. And if you think about it, it's all about becoming a servant leader, serving your public, your general public, quality customer service, and making sure that they have what they need. So the starting point, getting back to that, the to-do list can be long. And I ask people all the time, what is your to-do list? When you want to start your company, what is the name of your business? Did you come up with a name? Did you register that name? Did you see if that name is available? What is your business plan looking like? What is your marketing plan looking like? And do you have one? And who's your target market? What age demographics are you reaching? Who are the people that you want to reach out to that's going to be on your level and above? And so when you think about it, you can probably look at it and say, well, here, I'm Global Touch Enterprise. I do web design and marketing, and I assist startup companies, churches, nonprofit organizations across the country. Okay, that's my starting point. And when I started my business back in 2008, I wasn't clear as to how I was going to get it done or how I was going to do it. But I just took the time to look at other companies who was in the same industry that I'm in, doing the same thing that I have a passion to do. I like the creative mindset. And I like to create things, different things. Whether as a writer, I'm a poet because I write poetry, but also too, I like to be a thinker on consistent levels. It sharpens your wit and it also keeps you in the now. N-O-W, now. And so we use the WIN formula when it comes to growth in your business. Well, the WIN formula is simple. What's important now? And so if it's important to do it, do it. If it's not, okay. But you want to have your team of people around you that's going to support and help you grow, and that's going to help you build it. Becoming a wise master builder is the key. And when I say a wise master builder, that's what I'm talking about. And so if you think about it, people have checked me out. They can Google me, Global Touch Enterprise. You can Google my name, Ed Peterson. You can do a lot of that on the search engines. AdWords and keywords are important. If you have a quality website, notice I said quality, not quantity. You can have all the bells and whistles on there, but quality is simple. It's keeping it simple for the end user, for them to go in and do exactly what you want them to do, and to make a purchase for your online store. Amazon makes it really a gift, the way they operate and the way they do business. And because of that, you can be a seller on Amazon, selling your items on there too as well. But wouldn't it be good to have your own website generating the same way Amazon operates, or Temu, or any of those other companies out there, if you're a product business? And here's the thing. Your messaging could be just as powerful as theirs. Temu does a lot of volume. Yes, keyword in business is volume. How much volume are you generating? Day in, day out, month in, month out, year in, year out. Now, if you're just getting started, you don't have that yet. But your factor of the matter is your inventory in volume. And then what is your price point on that? And what's your profits and going to look like? And if you have a loss. But you want to do, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, how to launch a successful business online is simple. but it's simple to say, but yet hard to do. Because if you're not consistent or persistent in your approach in doing this business, then you're going to fail. Simple as that. So you have to do your research. You have to research the market. To set yourself up for success in your new endeavor, you're going to take the time to do a bit of research before you embark on your journey. Yeah, this is a journey. So you want to get a good sense of the market that you're diving into. I have a friend of mine that does T-shirts, custom T-shirts that he does for schools, for businesses, and for companies. And then also for family reunions for individuals who do that as well. And he wanted to start off with T-shirts. So I looked at it and said, okay, fine. He wanted me to build a website for him. I did that. But then here's the point. What kind of quality T-shirts are you going to be providing? What are the companies, the brand names of the manufacturers that you're going to be working with in this endeavor? Well, he took time to think about it. And then he did his research. He found out the quality T-shirts that most people like. We have dry fit now, so if you're sweating, you don't have to worry about it seeping, and you don't have to show it on your body. So he looked at that. Then he had to find a manufacturer to produce that, a printing company to print that. And he can't do it himself, all by himself, but he had to get all the equipment and all the things that he needed. Well, he found somebody. And then he had to do the distribution part. How do you get it to the end user? So these are levels, ladies and gentlemen, just giving you a little information on that you want to stay on point and competitive from everything that you're doing to everything that you have in your inventory, in the marketplace. So when you do when you research the market, you want to see exactly who's out there, what's relevant, and is this something that I can do that I understand. I have to understand it in order for me to do it. And then I have to have a little passion behind it. And I have to really do my due diligence and my research, my homework to see exactly how I can present it out here in the marketplace with my own personal effects to that, right? And so your website has to showcase you. It's you incorporated, you in business. So you want to keep that idea in mind when it comes to that. And so you want to build a roadmap. Once you've done your research, you should have a clear sense of what your business will look like and who you will be targeting. The next step, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is planning your time. Whether you are opening a store, brick and mortar, or need to find a rental space if you want to do that, if you have an office, you want to get an office, there's a lot of shared space now that's available. Everybody's doing that because it cuts down your cost and your overhead. The goal in business, ladies and gentlemen, is not to have too much overhead and a lot of the lower overhead, so you don't have to spend a lot paying out when you get income coming in. And then who are your suppliers? I mean, who are you getting your inventory from? And how much are you purchasing? Are you doing it at the wholesale level? Or are you purchasing at a retail level? Now, that's a key factor. You want to purchase at a wholesale level, of course, not the retail level. The retail level is where you're going to get to your end users, and they purchase it at retail while you buy at wholesale. It's all about buying and giving it to the sellers. Well, if you do that, the buyers are going to be looking for deals, of course, all the time. But you got to look at your price point again and see what profit margin you are comfortable with. It's up to you. But you know what your inventory, because you know what all of your expenses have to be to run the business on a regular day-to-day basis. The cool thing about being online and on the internet business is that there's no overhead other than your monthly maintenance fee for your website and also for updates that you might have to do that the designer that you got building your website may charge for that service. And then if you're doing any marketing campaigns with them, then that's a fee, right? Your domain is paid out annually. That's less. So you have to count up all of these costs to make sure that I'm going to stay profitable with running this business. And then don't mix business with personal people. Give a business bank account, a business savings account. Your personal bank account, checking and savings should stay separate. You do not want to commingle both. That's how you get into ruin. And you're taking care of what is important now, that win formula, what's important now. And then taking care of the business now is key. So the more you stay focused there, ladies and gentlemen, the stronger you get, the better you are. And now you have to create a budget and a business plan. It's going to be your next thing. Now that you got to build your roadmap. Create a budget and a business plan. You want to do that. That's going to be important right now because you're going to have to budget yourself because you know that money that you get, you got to pour it back into the business. Any profits that you start off with. Notice everybody when they open a business, they make their first dollar, they always hang that dollar on the wall or something in the business. That's because that's their first dollar they earned. And that makes you feel good because you did it yourself. You created this opportunity for you to generate income on a consistent level. Well, you got to create a budget and a business plan so you can keep track of what's going out, what's coming in, all that kind of stuff, and making sure that you're not overindulging in yourself when it comes to your supplies that you're going to need. If you run out of this particular item, and then traction is key, ladies and gentlemen. When you track all of your items that you have, what is the most popular sold item out of your online store? And then what is it? Do you rotate that? Do you advertise that? Do you market that? And then what about the next item that's next up for the next level? You got 1 through 5. Your top item that's being sold, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Some people go to 10, but 5 is the top 5. The top 5 brands or items that's most sold on your online store. Your goal is to get to 100 of those. It's like a hit album where you notice you got 14 tracks and you got all 14 hits, something to that effect. But once your roadmap is complete, ladies and gentlemen, you're ready to set a budget. Do enough research to be accurate in your financial estimates, but give yourself a little bit of cushion where you can. Now, it can be tough, though, to stick to a very tight budget because a lot of people don't know how to budget. And that's true. A lot of people, I didn't. I can tell you, I didn't. But I had to learn how to budget myself. Delayed gratification, ladies and gentlemen, it still works today. Delayed gratification, it works. And putting yourself on I call a fast of not spending, a spending fast, more to say, and only spend what's needed and necessary for your growth. So you can study. Keep studying. Learn financial literacy, understand the financial freedom. And when you get to these levels, learn how to invest. As Robert Kiyosaki's book is, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it works. You want to be a business owner and you want to be an investor on the right side of that cash flow quadrant. And when you get to that level, hey, you're good. But as a worker and as an entrepreneur, yeah, you want to move over to the right side because now it's functioning. And now online, you can automate your business in a way that you can give a rapid response to anybody who's filled out a form on your website and making sure that you get that correctly done. And guess what? That makes the end users feel better because they're getting a response right away from their inquiries about your company, about your product, about your service. So now you're on Jump Street, or meaning that your business is going to jump to the next level. And you be the smart one. Always think about that. Becoming a wise master builder. Let me say that again. Becoming a wise master builder. So you want to know the secret of launching your business on a budget? Well, let's taking together your roadmap and your budget from a basic business plan. If you're launching a business that needs investors, this information will be invaluable when it's time to pitch them to your idea. But if you don't, if you have capital, if you work in a regular job, this is what I've been on to share about. Stay with the job until you can replace the income you're making at that job with your business, online business. The cool thing about that, your business runs 24/7. That's why I love web design and marketing, and I love building websites because I'm showing people that your business don't sleep. It's on 24/7. People be up 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and some people don't sleep at all. I don't recommend that, but they don't. But you want to get to the point where you look at it and say, man, my business is running 24/7. I'm on a job 8 hours a day. I'm full-time, right? And so when you work in a job full-time, you're only looking at the hours that you're making, clocking per hour. Let's convert that mindset, a working mindset, to a business mindset. I'm making money per hour, per day, online 24/7. People are placing orders round the clock with my product business that people want, need, and can afford. I'm marketing it consistently, daily. My content is solid. I'm reaching out on social media through the search engines, and I'm also sharing it with the general community as I talk to people on a regular, consistent basis. And my customers that purchase from me, I'm having them as my runners to tell it all and showcase that. And then I'm getting feedback from them by them posting it on my website. And I'm utilizing that through Google Ads and Google Analytics so that way I can keep track of what's going on. All of these things, ladies and gentlemen, are key points to your growth. So you want to design a brand new website, and it has to be, again, interactive today. Web design and marketing, you can add videos, you can do images. Your product business, you want to showcase that. You want to have basically where they can click and buy. Keep it simple. You don't have to make it too difficult, too hard, and all this. People ain't going to read all that. They just want to know exactly what your website is all about. Give me the facts. Give me some simple things so I can get in and get out. That's what you want. You don't even have to write a drawn out history. You can, but keep it short. Don't keep it too long. You got to cover it from when you was an infant all the way to your adulthood. I've seen some people like that. But no. Now, if you're an entertainer, I have ex-NFL players, I have some artists in the music industry. I also have influencers that makes a lot of money. I have realtors, brokers, insurance gurus that's been in the insurance industry. So all of these cats, and it's also nonprofits and some of these big churches and churches all together, they have their following. They have a big mass of people following them. So guess what? They're going to showcase what they want, but I'm letting them know to keep it to a point minimal because you don't need all that. They know who you are. You got to stay consistent with this on the content side. So when you're marketing, advertising, you're going to do the same thing on the content side. So once you design a brand new website, whether you have a designer in mind, make sure they get everything that you want on it. Put your effects into that, your personality. What is your color scheme going to look like? You got the header, the body, and the footer. What contact information, what emails? It has to be business emails, ladies and gentlemen. Stop using it at Gmail, at Yahoo as your email. No, my email is edward@globaltouchenterprise.net. Business emails, key factor. It's worth it. Now you understand that you truly are in business. Business bank account, need that too. And if you're going to do a DBA, LLC your business, that's another level. Or get into something that's going to make sense for you. But you want to stay on an all-around globe business. Spread the word. If you're ready to open your doors, whether you have a physical storefront or online business or both, you want to announce and launch officially to the masses. There is no such thing as too much exposure. I'm going to say that again. There's no such thing as too much exposure. Expose, expose, expose. You can go on my channel here, and I interview a lot of startup companies and business owners across the country on a regular basis here on this podcast. And I get a chance to introduce them to the masses of the marketplace so that they can understand and get familiar with how it's done. So instead of hearing it directly from me, hear from them, the ones that's actually working it. Like me, I'm a business owner too, but working it. And you can hear different viewpoints, different ideas, and keeping your mind open to hear these things. And don't be so critical about yourself. Nobody's perfect here. I mean, we're all learning. But if we all grow together in our networking and network, we're all winners. Bottom line, you want to be a winner. And in order to do that, you have to continue to look for things that's going to help you grow and win. So, what is your elevator pitch? How are you engaging with your customers? And what are you doing to improve your engagement? Those are key factors, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, I want you to always remember this. It's you incorporated, utilizing the WIN formula, what's important now, understanding the 5 P's of marketing: people, product, price, place, promotion, and get out there and understanding your content, keeping it consistent across the board. What you say on your website must be said on your other platforms that you're going to be marketing to. Your flyers, digital and physical flyers, have to stay consistent. Your graphics have to be nice and professional. And your quality customer service, I keep saying that. You want to give quality customer service to everyone. Everyone's welcome. This is a big world we live in. Diverse people. No matter which way you slice the pie, there's no such one race better than the other or one group better than the other group. We're all in one group. The human group. Humanity. The human race. And that's the way it is. And if somebody tell you anything different, all right, whatever. But keep your business mind set. Converting from a working mindset, ladies and gentlemen, to a business mindset. We wear many hats. Men, women, y'all wear many dresses. Multitaskers, yes, becoming one. Understanding what that means. When I'm at work, I'm working. When I'm in my business, I'm doing business. But understand this. Have you ever seen a worker make $1 million? Working a regular job? Mm-mm. Opportunities come when opportunities seekers find that and continue to stay consistent in that. You can work 10, 20, 30 years and never hit the level that you want to hit unless you're at the top level executive somewhere in a company or corporation, a vice president or president, whatever you want to call it. Unless you're at the top, that's the only way you're going to get there. But if you're in the middle and toward the bottom, nah. So you create your own ladder, build your own brand and business, and grow your own network. And let's see how many people watch you work that and come out better on top. And guess what? You have more followers than you can handle. And that is the key to success, ladies and gentlemen. Making sure you stay true to self, true to your level of understanding of what you want to do, and true to people. And being real, keeping it real. That's the key. Keeping it real. Too much fake and phony out here. Keep it real. And then with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you next week, and we'll be talking more about how we continue to grow our network, our business online with our websites. My name again is Ed Peters. I'm your host, signing off. And as I always say, keep the faith and keep building the dream.